and we welcome you to Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada, approximately 75 kilometers east of Toronto. We are at the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Motorsport, this track. It is going to be a lot of fun, and I am looking forward to every little bit of it here for the Road and Plate Palm Rag Golf Series. As the season is coming to an end, only 3 races left, 2 of them in Canada, with this being the first stop up in Canada. And just going to be pretty exciting to see what happens from here on out. I'm Joshua Coppernell. I am joined by Adam Kuhn. Adam, how you doing?
Doing well, Josh. Excited to be back in the booth again for another Road and Plate race. Like you said, this should be fun here at Motorsport. This is a great track. We always have classic battles here, no matter the series, and I think that's going to be no exception tonight.
Oh, I completely agree. This track has been amazing to watch. Real racing at. We've seen, even the NASCAR Truck Series up here. It's been a while, but they've even raced here before as well. Had some exciting finishes. Pretty much every single year they visited here. And what a great course this is. I'm really excited to see these guys take this track on. And, I mean, literally both tracks that we come and visit up in Canada this season, both fantastic tracks, with Montreal being next race. Not next week. It actually was moved out, but just a couple of really awesome Canadian tracks. Qualifying is coming to a close. Just a minute left in qualifying. Aaron Smith, I mean, he's P1. I have to say, I don't think any of us expected that one to happen. Michael McCoy in second, Stoner in third, and how about Michael Kruger returning after quite a hiatus? He is currently P4 on the speed charts, and I can't. I just want to say something about Mikey. This man is crazy. He just did a 312 laps earlier today at Phoenix for full distance NIS race, and now he's coming here to do left and right hand corners in the Road and Plate Palm Rag Golf Series. Mikey, I'm glad I'm not you, because I also did 312 laps, but good to see him back here again. He's been working a lot, so currently P4 for him as qualifying is coming to a close. And that does it. There's the checkered. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup. And it is going to be Aaron Smith on the pole. Michael McCoy will start in second. Third place, Samuel Stoner. Michael Kruger will start fourth. Johnny Rapp, he starts fifth. Dustin Bawley will start sixth. Seventh, Matt Slosher. Evan Hoopchak starts eighth. Dylan Butler starts ninth. And Brandon Brush starts from the 10th position. Adam?
Chuck Labano is going to roll off in 11th with Ryan Campbell alongside him. Jay Best starts 13th with James Moore, 14th. Larry Johnson qualified 15th with Laura Wiseman, 16th. Randy Gross is 17th with Mark Royce starting 18th. And Robert Brobst and Daniel Ott round out the top 10 rows on the starting lineup for this heat race.
That's not what we were supposed to look at. 21st, Peter Stewart. William Kidder will start 22nd. Aaron Bray starts 23rd. Tom Wendt, 24th. Christopher Logan will start 25th. Sean Campbell, 26th. 27, Derek Fiquette. Steve Vest will start 28th. And that's it. 28 cars make up today's race here in the sprint race. And probably feature 2. just a moment, I'm going to ask Adam who his pick to win is, as soon as I get things set. So Adam, go ahead and tell us, who is your pick to win the sprint race?
I'm going to take him off the board from you. I'm going to go Mikey Kruger. You mentioned had that race at Phoenix earlier today. Didn't go the best for him late in the going. I think he's going to try to get some redemption here tonight. We know he's got some success in the Road and Plate Series already this season, especially in these sprint races.
It's a good pick, and I was actually not thinking about picking him because I want to go with somebody else. And, you know, we keep talking about Aaron Smith and how fast he is and how dominant he is, and he's winning every single thing there is to win. But there is one guy who has been really, really good at this road and plate thing, specifically on the road courses, and that is McCoy. He starts second. I'm not surprised to see him up there either, and I think it's time for him to dethrone Aaron Smith, albeit it's a sprint race, but I think he can do it here tonight and take that win away from Aaron Smith. So I'm going with McCoy.
He's been, I think I mentioned this last week, he's been the highlight all of the weeks I've been in the booth.
McCoy has been fantastic to watch. I have really enjoyed watching him since he's joined, and he's proved he knows how to race on these kind of racetracks. Last week we were at Pocono. Aaron Smith, he took the win in both the sprint and the feature at Pocono. Pace car is coming into the safety of pit road, and we are green at Motorsport for the sprint race. Oh, somebody's off in the grass. I couldn't tell who that was.
Big wreck at the back of the pack. There was 4 or 5 of them scattered everywhere. I think it was 2 different incidents at least.
Oh my goodness. Trouble up front. Stoner. We're definitely gonna take a look back at what happened beforehand. But Stoner, he was running third. What happened to him?
It was a clean 2-1, which is very rare here at CTMP, but it got very ugly very quickly after that.
Looks like just a tire lockup for Stoner. See here, Laura Wiseman got off into the grass.
Oh, then there was another incident. Yeah, ahead. Well, and speaking of Laura Wiseman, she has since wrecked it again on the approach to turn 5, and it sounded day over. I think I heard the engine blow.
Oh my goodness, Mark Royce involved as well. We come back to live. And Aaron Smith, who pretty much had a half-second lead coming out of turn 1. Well, he's got pressure from Michael McCoy. That 33 machine is there. And Johnny Rapp right there in tow as well.
Aaron got a great run off the hairpin there. It's going to set him up for a really good run down this back straightaway, the Mario Andretti straight, and pulling a little bit of a gap on the 33, but these two driving away from the 52. You mentioned Johnny Rapp in that 3rd position, trying to keep up with them. He's doing a good job as they approach the S's here.
Final couple corners. Aaron Smith, he's so smooth. Starting to pull back away from McCoy. And for Johnny Rapp, I mean, you know, I just mentioned Rapp. I didn't talk about Slosher and Bali right there as well. I mean, the top 5 are super close together. So even though this is starting to become a little bit of a gap between McCoy and Rapp, I mean, Rapp, he can't just take a breath here. And he's gonna go wide. Matt Slosher, he's driver's right on Johnny Rapp.
Yeah, Slosher and Bali probably look a little bit tighter in the corners than Johnny Rapp. He looks like he's just given more space available than these two, and they just had faster lines, and Bali's gonna make the pass there. That was very ambitious. Somehow was able to get it done before they got to the yeses. Oh, Slosher's gonna run really wide off of turn 10.
I noticed that as well, as he had put the left sides in the grass a little bit. Samuel Stoner, he's back in 15th position. He is definitely not where he wants to be right now. He started this...
Michael McCoy spins in the hairpin.
He is still sitting
Trying
there.
to get... Yeah, finally now back going, but there's no trouble behind him. 29, Daniel Ott just got sent in there, it looked like.
Ott's rolling.
I was trying to say there was no break in traffic as soon as that happened.
So let's take a look at what happened to McCoy.
Oh. Ott definitely had help. I don't think McCoy did.
Oh, no, he did not have any help at all. Maybe just wheel lockup. Back at Ott. Oh, yeah. Got help from Brush. Let's see that again, because I was looking at the wrong area of the track here. You know, Stoner had made some contact with Brush, and then Brush made contact with Ott.
Just a moment ago, Ryan Campbell has gone off track from the 10th position in turn 3. He lost a lot of track position.
Oh, another one off. That's not the one I was looking for. I believe it was Brush that was just off track. Look at Ryan Campbell. He's making a move on Kinder. And he's got Brobst right in front of him. Anyway, back to Stoner. He's made a couple of positions up from when I was trying to talk about him, up to 12th.
He's been all over Jay Bass the last few corners. Looks like he keeps getting better runs on exits. Ropes goes way wide right there. Into the grass, off-roading. Gonna lose a couple spots. Believe just the 2 as he re-merges in front of Brandon Brush. Oh, maybe not. That could have gotten really bad.
Yeah, it could have.
Oh, it's not over.
They are still fighting Brush and Probst, and I almost called him Probst there too. side by side, just behind between Tom Went and Dylan Butler. Butler in the 96, he's gonna stay ahead of Tom Went.
Now he's all over the 5-car coming through the final corner. One thing I don't think either of us were able to mention in that lap 1 mess, see, looking for a dive into turn 1. Dylan Butler was one of the first guys to be spinning off in turn 3. I believe he just got the right sides off of the grass and it sent him off. Don't think he had any contact with anything at all. Kept going, but lost a lot of track position with that being lap 1 spin.
And the sprint race not very long is Brobst in the grass. Brobst still struggling. He's gonna finally get it under his own control. Dustin Bally, we didn't talk about him getting up to second place, but he was able to get past Slosher while so much calamity was going on. Bally pulling away from Slosher.
Was going to mention all that chaos starting with McCoy spinning top of the hill has just opened the door for Aaron Smith to run away.
Oh yeah, the gap is just 4.2 seconds between Smith and Bally. And there is just over 5 minutes left here in the sprint race. So we look back and see the battle between Hoopchak and Moore. That is the battle for the 6th position.
I haven't been listening to what he's been saying, but he's queued up the radio, James Moore that is, quite a few times, describing this battle with the 7 car.
And they are behind Michael Kruger as well. Not too far behind at all. And Johnny Rapp right up the road too.
Mentioned not much time left in the sprint. We talk about this every week, Josh. The invert, 10th place, will get the pole for the feature. And you were talking about this battle a moment ago, Jay Bass versus Samuel Stoner. That's the one position shy of even making the invert. Like you always say, finish 11th, you start 11th. Finish 10th, you start first in the feature. So this could be a very important spot if they can get past Randy Gross. Jay Bass was all over the 88 the last couple corners, but he bobbled big time coming around the front stretch. Stoner trying to capitalize, but Gross wide in 4.
Jay Bast.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Oh
bad.
my! Oh, they both are in the grass, barely. And Stoner locks up.
That could have been a huge crash. Should have been a huge crash, and crash entering that turn 3 wide. Jay Bass is trying to run away now.
Here comes Ryan Campbell.
Jay Bass is going to run away now.
Yeah, he is. He has absolutely set sail, and for Stoner, he's got Ryan Campbell in his mirror. Well, he did. I think Campbell might have gotten on the grass a little bit. So J-Bast has it, Stoner wants it, and Michael McCoy is so far away, and he's super fast. I'm not sure these guys could catch him anyway, to try to get both of them into an invert spot.
We approach final 2 minutes, Josh. That battle you were mentioning a few moments ago between Hoopchak and James Moore, has absolutely caught Michael Kruger and the 52. They snake down the back straightaway. Kruger looking for a run. What can he do with Johnny Rapp? They're side by side.
Oh, he's going to try to go a long way around. Kruger goes wide into the grass. He's going to lose 2 spots as Hupchak and Moore go around. And now Kruger finds himself in the 7th position.
Crash with Samuel Stoner, Jay Bass. They get into it. And then the yeses.
Oh, we're going to have to take a look at that replay.
I will say Bass did come on the radio immediately apologizing. This was a big hit.
Oh my goodness!
Josh, I don't know if you remember Ranger van der Zande destroying one of the Ganassi Cadillacs here a couple years ago. It was just like that almost, except he went straight on.
Oh man.
The fastest part of the racetrack, the end of the straightaway, and no one was given an inch there. Kind of like what we saw Kruger do, except he just did it on his own. And for Kruger's sake, thankfully he slowed it way down before he caught the wall.
Aaron Smith just took the white flag. 20 seconds remaining in the race. Smith easily running away with this, almost 6 seconds ahead of Dustin Bally in 2nd place.
A little bit further back in the pack, I wouldn't be so sure if that transfer battle is over with Jay Bass damage after that run-in with the 65. Ryan Campbell was closing a lot the last couple of laps, even before that incident.
Yeah, I was watching that as well, and it's under a second between the two as they are coming through this tricky section of the racetrack. Aaron Smith coming off the final corner. He's going to see the checkered flag and win it. Go back watching this battle, which might be too little too late for Ryan Campbell, as it's kind of stayed the same. Jay Bass, he just needs to get through one more corner. He does. So Jay Bass, he's going to be the 10th place finisher tonight, and will start on the pole for the feature event. So it is Smith, Bally, Slosher, Rapp, Hupchak, Moore, Kruger, Labano, McCoy, and Bast, the top 10. And I believe we have an interview coming up with Aaron Smith. So, before we do go ahead and talk to Aaron Smith, just want to remind you guys that Palm Rag Golf delivers classic styles and a modern fit that allow you to move seamlessly from the office to the course to hanging with friends and family. Visit palmraggolf.com today to browse their collection of fine golf apparel, including polos, pullovers, pants, and more. That is palmraggolf.com. We have Aaron Smith, and let's go ahead and take a quick word with him. Adam, you want to do the honors?
Sure. Hey, Aaron, it's guys in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I've got you.
Well, a lot of chaos behind you, like always, but they were keeping pressure on you those first couple of laps. What was it like to open up the night here at Motorsport?
I felt pretty good. Setup's great as always. The issue I was having was the few blind corners there, going down the hill and then down the hill on the other side of the track, and then going into those last few corners with the sweeping, like the sweeping right-hander. You really have to get that right if you're going to stay out front. And this first lap of the feature is going to be pretty weird. It's either going to be the easiest first lap or the most difficult of the season so far. I'm looking forward to seeing which is which.
In the middle of that sprint race, we saw McCoy go spinning right behind you. Did you have any issues going to the hairpin yourself, or was it just him trying to close the gap a little bit there? And did you see it happen?
No, I didn't see it. I just saw his name go down the relative. Like I wasn't looking in my mirror all that much. I know he's going to be a threat here in this feature, but I feel like I had the long run pace to be able to pull away there, and it seemed like that was the case toward the end of that race with Dustin behind me. But yeah, we'll have to see. Like I said, it's going to be a survival of the fittest in these first few laps, and hopefully that's me.
We've mentioned the first lap a couple times already. What do you think the biggest factor is going to be here off the start?
It's just going to be managing your cold tires. If you make the corner, odds are that you're going to be passing a lot of people here at the very beginning. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
All right, well, thanks for your time. Congrats on the sprint victory, and good luck in the feature here.
10-4, thank you.
And
That was our sprint race winner, Aaron Smith. As we heard there, trying to come up with a strategy from starting 10th here in this main event in just a few moments, Josh.
oh yeah, and that was a really awesome sprint race. I didn't expect anything different, but this feature, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to see how Aaron Smith is able to get through the field, if he is able to. You mentioned it, that turn one, it is pretty chaotic here, and Aaron himself said it's either going to be one of the easiest or one of the hardest. So I'm looking forward to seeing them go through turn one now with the top 10 inverted. As the warm-up is over, the field is going to get restacked in their new positions for the top 10, of course. 11th on back to 28th will start exactly where they finished in the sprint race. And so, without further ado, it is Jay Bast, Michael McCoy, Chuck Labano, Michael Kruger, James Moore, Evan Hoopchak, Johnny Rapp, Matt Slosher, Dustin Bally, and Aaron Smith, the top 10. So, Adam, I'm going to ask you one more time. We were both wrong for the sprint. But who do you have in the feature?
I think I might have to pick him again, Michael McCoy. Aaron mentioned it in his interview. He's going to be strong in this feature, not just because he's a great road racer. He's going to be on the front row of this, Josh.
You took my pick.
That was the ultimate plan, to be honest.
I am going to go with... oh, man, I've got two names in my head right now. Who do I go with? All right. I know who I'm going to go with. Matt Slosher. He was pretty quick there in the sprint race. He's just quick everywhere. This guy is, I mean, just talented all around. Is Matt Slosher? He's I don't know. He finished third there in the sprint. I think he can get it done in the feature. Might need a little help, but I think he can get it done.
Well, time has expired on the grid here, Josh. We're about to see the pace car start rolling. There it is. Just half a lap on the pace lap like we saw in that sprint race. And then they're going to send them off. And it's good. I think going to be a little bit more chaotic than we saw in that sprint race. The craziest parts of these races have been the initial starts. Maybe. Because on the pack racing, not pack racing, but like the way they get into these packs towards the end of the races, especially the sprints, have been phenomenal. I expect that to be the case again here in this main event.
I think you're right. It's going to get crazy. We might even have some argy-bargy here on the first lap. Going into turn 1, as the drivers are getting ready. Come off the final corner of that pace car. It's going to hit the safety up pit road. Jay Bast, Michael McCoy, your front row, the green flags waving. We're underway for the feature at Motorsport. And oh my gosh, a lot of calamity. Aaron Smith off in the grass.
James Moore was looking 3 wide on Johnny Rapid to turn 1, and it triggered a huge wreck in the front of the field.
Evan Hoopchak comes out of that with a lot of damage. Look at the replay. Oh my goodness. And Aaron Smith didn't hit anything. He got off in the grass, but he did not hit a thing. Back to live timing. Michael McCoy. He is all over Jay Bass. And he knows he has got to get going if he's going to try to beat Aaron Smith.
Sorry, Josh. That's the way this lap has been the entire time. The 33 has been tucked underneath Jay Bass, trying to make a run happen. Can he make that move into turn 1 work on the inside? Not close enough.
Look at all that debris. Jay Bass going to slide through it. Still kicking up debris off those tires. Jay Bass goes a little wide. Still holding on to the position, and he is driving super aggressive here to try to stay ahead of Michael McCoy.
Kruger with a great run up to third, just got by Slosher and Labano, who were duking at it for that third position. They've since fallen to 4th and 5th.
Michael McCoy, he's got the nose, he's got the body, he is fully clear of Jay Bast. It's new leader, Michael McCoy. And Aaron Smith, he is nowhere to be found up front, currently in that 12th position. He was 15th that last time by, so a gain of 3 spots for Aaron Smith.
Kruger is already trying to get back to the 53's rear bumper to move up to 2nd after Bass has lost that top spot, like you mentioned, off the final corner. Oh, excuse me, down the back straightaway. Kruger with a little bit of a bobber there in the hairpin.
He's doing a great job, though, trying to stay with Jay Bass, but Kruger, he cannot afford the mistakes. This race, of course, a little bit longer than the sprint race. This guy's doing a great job just staying in rhythm. See, the debris is kind of cleared itself off the racing surface, or the racing line, I should say, out of turn 1, just from cars kicking it out of the way. Michael Kruger, he is there tucked up underneath Jay Bast.
Aaron Smith has just gotten to the top 10, just drove around 29 on the inside through turn 3. So headed to the hairpin, sets his sights on Dustin Bawley, who's getting held up a little bit by Samuel Stoner and Chuck Labano.
Aaron Smith, he needs to stay patient here. Bawley kind of poked out of line a little bit. Stoner's searching all over for a hole to get underneath Labano. Aaron Smith is going to go around the outside of Dustin Bawley. Let's put Smith into the 9th position. So we still watch Stoner and Labano.
Up front, nothing has changed while we watch this battle still. Kruger is still behind the 53 of Jay Bass, trying to find a way around, but 53 gets good acceleration onto each of the straights.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm still watching this battle. Aaron Smith got up there to Stoner. I thought Stoner was going to slide.
Didn't know what battle you were watching, because when you had said that, Jay Bass had just had a huge slide through the final corner. Kruger's trying to peek to the inside, still not there yet. That's actually going to open the door for Slosher to try to take that spot from the 40 car.
Oh, man, that was close to having some contact between the 40 and the 400. Slosher does get clear of Kruger.
Meanwhile, Aaron Smith can get around the 65.
Kruger slid. No harm, no foul. He's still all right, but that definitely heated the tires a little bit.
You can see the gap that's already built up to the 400 car, and now the 53.
Back here, Dustin Bawley and Samuel Stoner. Bawley is drifting around the corner.
Toronto drift, wow.
And is able to get clear of Stoner. How about that? Aaron Smith all over that 346 of Chuck Labano. Yes, he is gonna get on past Labano. So Smith is in that 7th position. And still a lot of time left for him to try to make it up.
A little bit of contact just in front of him, Josh. Dylan Butler and Ryan Campbell got just bumper tag leaving the hairpin. Really checked up the 96 down the straightaway.
So Ryan Campbell, he's ahead of Butler. But Butler, closing back in on Campbell. Campbell goes wide.
That's really wide through there.
Butler peeking.
He keeps getting these runs, but nowhere to take it. It's what initiated the contact through here last lap. He had a huge run through the apex of the corner, through the after the first turn but before the second turn, and the way the 18's driving, it just had him really bogged down. We have a car in the grass behind him. Was Dustin Bally? That's who I thought it was.
That's who I thought it was too. It's Bally and Stoner battling for this 9th position.
Just run back up as soon as I saw what happened. I saw it was Bally indeed, and then saw the 70 get by the 96 through the S's. Good run on Campbell down the front straightaway. Not going to push the button there into turn 1. Campbell defending.
Wow.
Well, I'm not really sure if I can call that defending. He has been running a wider line. Maybe he was getting prepared for the corner. But now the 70's there on the outside.
Aaron Smith. He was trying to go around the outside, but not able to. Gonna have to tuck back into line and try again. And we know Butler is faster than Campbell.
Oh my.
Oh my. That's actually going to lose Campbell the position to Butler.
He's lucky he didn't lose the car the way that 18 was pointed for a moment. It's easy to do off of a hairpin corner like that, just to gas it. You want to go down that straightaway as fast as possible, but get on the throttle too easy sometimes.
Battle for second place between Bast and Slosher. It's pretty close. And Kruger is there.
Seeing one of our first pit stops at the tail of the field tonight, Josh. It's going to be the 7 of Even Hoopjock making his way down pit lane.
Hoopjock, he was involved in that lap 1 incident that left him in the back. A lot of damage to that 7 machine. Not the night he was hoping for, as it's going to be, looks like fuel only, and he's already off and away. Look back on this battle between Bass and Slosher, and Slosher is there.
This is the first that I've seen someone get alongside J Bass like this.
Bass trying to defend, but Slosher just keeps inching forward. They're going to be side by side. Oh, Bass doing such a great job trying to hold off this final corner. It's a right-hander. Advantage. Slosher. Here comes Kruger.
Yeah, Bass, I think, looked like he was going to try to do the crossover in the center of the final corner, but couldn't because the 40 car was setting himself up.
Oh, man. Kruger would love to get himself a twofer here as they are side by side once again between Bass and Slosher.
Oh.
Slosher runs wide. Kruger, I think
He thought about 3 wide inside. They're just going to put him on the outside for here.
Man, I don't know how those 3 did not touch. Bass gets sideways. Still struggling to find some grip. what a battle we have had. And how about it, our picks are 1-2. Of course, yours is 1 and mine is 2, but, you know.
Sloshes looked really fast in this feature race. He really minded his P's and Q's behind the 53 and just waited for the right time to make that move.
He has done a great job.
These guys fighting like this. I don't think anyone told them who's right behind them.
Yeah. It's
Or maybe that's why they're fighting like this.
still a little bit of a gap, but it's not going to be long. You see the Banana Man off in the background. The one thing I really love doing when we come to these road courses is ride on board with the driver, so you can really see what it's like for these drivers to get around this track. And in iRacing, you are forced to drive in the cockpit from the cockpit cam. So I'm going to ride with Jay Bast, and as he's coming off the final corner, let's go ahead and take a lap with Jay Bast. Wow. Man, what I got out of that is he is continuously working the wheel. That just looked on edge, the number 53 machine. Michael Kruger has come down pit road, and that gap has shrunk pretty quick between Bast and Smith.
Yeah, Smith just got held up a little bit for about a corner by the 91 of Peter Stewart. Don't think it slowed him down too much. For the 91, Peter Stewart, though, he had just pitted, came off pit road after spinning the lap prior, hitting the wall pretty good. Got back around to the pits, though. Didn't collect anyone else, thankfully, and I believe he's got that car fixed. Aaron Smith's gonna hit pit lane this time, Josh.
And I expect it to be fuel only, and that number 70 machine for Aaron Smith. I don't see either side lifted up. He's already off and away, so yeah, just fuel only for Aaron Smith. Common sight we see for Smith, and so McCoy, He's got a decision to
Smith's
make.
gonna leapfrog Kruger.
We got a slow car on track. It's Sean Campbell, the number 54. I don't know if he was just slowing down to get out of the driver's way or if something happened to him.
He's still not up to pace. Something did happen. He spun off the hairpin.
Take a look at the replay here.
Looks like he's got suspension damage on that 54.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Hit the wall hard.
He's having a rough time getting into the pit lane.
He's got a car behind him as well. And is that the... Yeah, Randy Gross, the 88.
Oh, speaking of pit lane, J Bass is going to merge right in front of the 70 car, but Smith, in traffic of those who have yet to pit, Aaron Bray, one of them, just finally got around him after being right behind the 11 car for 3 or 4 corners.
Goodness, James Moore just ahead of Jay Bast. Moore has yet to pit. Bast, you mentioned, just come off of pit road. Looks like McCoy and Slosher now coming down pit road. James Moore, he makes the decision to come down pit road.
Looked like a late decision there.
Yeah. Let's see where Slosher blends out. It's going to be tight. He's going to be just behind Aaron Smith.
Just ahead of these guys, Mark Royce was off in the grass.
Mark Royce lap down. And Michael McCoy, he is pretty far up the racetrack for these guys. And this battle for Smith, it's not going to be easy to get around Bast.
No, we've seen it all night. Jay Bass put up a fight. He's got a lot of speed. It's just not necessarily all in the right places or the same places as everyone else, allowing them to draw to him. But no one, for the most part, has been able to get by him, except for Michael McCoy right off on the start. Slosher there just a few moments ago. Oh, he's wheeling that thing around these corners. Up on the curbs there in turn 9. On them again in 10.
Chuck Labano in pit road, as well as Ryan Campbell. Aaron Smith is trying so hard, and he knows time is ticking, as he is 7 seconds behind Michael McCoy.
Keeps setting up these passes, Josh, like you mentioned. He keeps looking, trying to show the nose, but can't build enough of a run to get alongside the T3.
He's doing a great job, and Slosher is there too. You know, if you're Aaron Smith, you're not just focused on what's ahead of you, you're focused on what's behind you too. Where is Slosher going to be at?
You mentioned the big lead that Michael McCoy has. He is in lap traffic right now, Josh. A lot of the guys exiting pit lane have merged right in front of him.
And he's got 52, Johnny Rapp right in front of him.
Steve Vest just had to let him by on the front straightaway.
And not far up the road either is Peter Stewart. McCoy. He knows he's got that buffer, but he wants to maintain it. He needs to get around Rapp quick. Another three-car battle we have going on. James Moore and Samuel Stoner nose to tail, and then a few car lengths back is Randy Gross.
Oh man, this battle for second heating up. So still staying hot. Jay Bast almost off the racetrack. 70 car followed him right off in turn 10 as they snake into turn 2 and 3.
Oh man.
He's lucky he didn't send it in the wall there. He sent it way too hot, it looked like, into turn 4 there, Josh.
Yeah, that was... you're right, he is pretty lucky there. Just a slide. Cost him a couple of positions. And he's going to have Michael Kruger pretty close to him as well. Heated up those tires. And now...
Smith and Slosher get by Steve Vest. Is this going to let the 70 car run away from the 400, or is he going to stay right there?
That is a pretty good question that we're going to have to find out. In 8 minutes left in this race, it's just over 7 seconds of a gap between McCoy and Smith. Now, math tells me he's not going to catch him. Is Smith, but wow. I have seen crazier things in racing, and wow is right. Aaron Smith, he is pushing. Michael McCoy still dealing with the traffic.
Yeah. Just going to bring that up myself. He got by Johnny Rapp in the 52, but you see here, Peter Stewart still in front of him in the 91 car. And then William Kinder is not much farther up the road either from these guys. Not sure if we'll be caught in the final 7 minutes of the race, but it's still another car to keep in consideration just in case if you're the race leader. So he's going to make a dive bomb here on the 91.
Oh man, and that was a move that he needed to get done. He's got a clean track ahead of him, so he can go and try to put down some fast lap times here. Also, Kruger got around Bast. Aaron Smith is starting to put a gap between himself and Slosher. See Kruger there and Jay Bast.
Yeah, we saw Jay Bast really overdriving that car, driving it to the pure limit and then some, trying to stay in that second position, falling, like you mentioned, down to 5th now. I think with the gap they have back to Dylan Butler, he can maintain this 5th position if he just keeps it on the island here and not work up the tires even more angrier than they already are.
Jay Bast, not at all where he wants to be, but yeah, it could be worse. Just hold on to it, bring it home, and still have a what should be a top 5 finish. We got a battle for 17th. Tom Wendt, Larry Johnson. Contact between the two. They are still trying to figure it out. Still sliding. Tom Wendt, Larry Johnson, they now have their cars pointed the correct direction. And William Kinder has been able to get on by Johnson. Kinder trying to get around Wendt as well.
I don't think they will be caught by Michael McCoy, but this is the next batter on track in front of the 33. They're not too far ahead of him.
It is about 10 seconds. And if they continue to have some argy-bargy, they might. This Larry Johnson is once again right there with Tom Wendt.
Mentioned William Kinder getting by though. What a good run from him to get those 2 spots there. He's had quite a night. Couple incidents toward the tail of the field that required him to make his pit stop early. But he made good use of those tires once he got onto them.
Great job there for him. Larry Johnson still trying to reel in Tom Wendt. Another battle we have going on for 15th. Laura Wiseman has it. Aaron Bray wants it. Johnson has gotten back up to Wendt. These guys what just happened to Kinder?
He slid off in turn 3, right off into the grass.
See, I was just watching. I took my eyes off for a moment to look at my telemetry, and then I realized he's no longer there. Just see that on the replay of what happened.
He might get caught by McCoy now in the last 2 minutes.
And McCoy is not far behind, and these guys still battling between Wendt and Johnson. Another thing I just want to point out, we got Peter Stewart and Johnny Rapp. They are battling, and yes, that is the Banana Man in the background. Not close enough to be able to pass these guys, but those are 2 lap cars between himself and race leader McCoy.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he hasn't been able to do more with the gap. Not necessarily to McCoy, but to this 52 and 91 battle, especially considering it's been a battle the last 2 laps. as they are side by side in the hairpin just in front of him.
Oof.
Over the curb for the 91.
So Johnny Rapp is going to get past Peter Stewart. Now Aaron Smith is there.
Oh, William Kinder's in the wall in turn 8, just in front of the leader. Going to be no harm to Michael McCoy. Going to stay out of the way for these guys badly.
Oh, he is hurt. He is going to bring it to pit road. But everything's saying this is the final lap. The gap 4.2 seconds between McCoy and Smith. Michael McCoy, he has clean racetrack ahead of him. Sort of. Michael McCoy, he has done everything right in the feature race. The sprint, it wasn't pretty. It put him towards the back to finish out the sprint race. But he was able to start second in the feature. And now, he's going to come off the final corner. Checkered flag waving. Michael McCoy victorious at Motorsport. Smith gets second, Slosher third. The rest of the field coming across the line to finish.
Problems with Samuel Stoner. He is off the pace. He has lost one spot. He has now lost another. Going down the back straightaway, the car not at speed at all. He's not running. He's just coasting.
I wonder if he ran out of fuel.
That was my first thought, but I was thinking there was no way, but that is very apparent that is what is happening here. He is crawling onto the front straightaway, 45 miles an hour, and barely gets to the line. And immediately drives into the wall. So at least 2 spots they're giving up on the 65 car.
That's what I'm seeing, 2 spots there. My telemetry is saying Dustin Bally lost a ton of positions there on the final lap. He's unofficially 13. Let's go ahead and take a look at the unofficial race results. Starting with P1. It's going to be Michael McCoy finishing in first, Aaron Smith second, Matt Slosher third, Michael Kruger finishes fourth, Jay Bass will finish in 5th position, Dylan Butler in 6th, Ryan Campbell 7th, Evan Hoopchak 8th, Chuck Labano 9th, and Randy Gross will finish in the 10th position.
Oh! Give me one moment. Look at turn 1 on the last lap. Or turn 3 on the last lap on Bally when we get a moment. Picking up where Josh left off, sorry. James Moore 11th, Samuel Stoner 12th, Dustin Bally 13th after his incident on the last lap, Robert Brobst 14th, Laura Wiseman 15th, Aaron Bray crossed the line in 16th with Tom Went 17th, Larry Johnson in 18th, Johnny Rapp finished 1 lap behind in 19th, as did Peter D. Stewart, rounding out the top 20 results.
Mark Royce finished 21st. Sean Campbell 22nd. William Kinder 23rd. Steve Vest 24th. Daniel Lott 25th. Christopher Logan 26th. Derek Fouquet 27th. And Brandon Brush brings it home in 28th position. So now I'm curious. We are going to look, you said last lap, turn 3?
Yep. Heading into the downhill. And then quite a few corners after that, to be honest.
All right. Battle. Oh my goodness!
And if you keep watching to the hairpin ball, he continues with the argy-bargy on Chuck Labano.
So here they go, coming in to the hairpin. Oh.
So that doesn't explain why Bali lost off his spots. He was 7th. Oh, I don't... Yeah.
I'm really confused.
I got it. That was not the last lap of the race. I was coming to the white. He took the white and parked it into turn 1. That was coming to the white flag for those guys.
Gotcha. All right.
A lot of chaos all night.
So, we have some interviews to do, but PalmRatGolf.com just wants to let you know that Palmrat Golf delivers classic styles in a modern fit that allow you to move seamlessly from the office to the course to hanging with friends and family. Visit PalmRatGolf.com today to browse their collection of fine golf apparel, including polos, pullovers, pants, and more. That is PalmRatGolf.com. We're going to talk to our top 3 finishers from tonight, and we will start with Matt Slosher. Hey Matt, it was a 3rd place run for you. Pretty good night overall. Came from I believe the 8th position when the feature started and worked your way up to the front. The sprint race looked really good for you. You finished really high up there as well. So how did tonight go for you?
Yeah, it was pretty solid overall. I had a good heat race, and then in the feature there was that huge pile up in the first turn, and I somehow made it through there without getting touched. So after that I was like, all right, let's see what we can do. I had one eye on trying to get the lead, but Michael was obviously very fast. By the time I could even get to second, he was already pretty much gone. Had a really great battle with Jay Bass and Michael Kruger. And then after the pit stop, had a good battle with Jay and Aaron again. And then Michael Kruger almost got me at the end. He was faster. I was able to hang on to a podium. So relieved to not throw away the podium after burning up my stuff. So it was a good end result.
This track, it is pretty interesting in the way it drives, with some really fast speeds, and then some pretty slow corners. Overall, how difficult was this track to get accustomed to for tonight?
Yeah, it was. Sorry. Sorry. It was tough. I mean, it's a track that if you haven't been there in a while, you need some time to get your rhythm back. And it took me a little while to get into a rhythm. But the hairpin complex is one of the most unique sets of turns I think in the world. The way you have to kind of like send it in, and it's a little bit blind, and you have to try to let the car get out wide so that you can then cut it back over to get maximum drive off of the hairpin. And you're rewarded so much for just sending it in there if you get it right, but you can obviously overdo it and screw it up. So I was pretty inconsistent through there all night. It helped to have someone to follow through there sometimes, but I mean the whole track is you just gotta have a rhythm, and there's not a whole lot of like obvious reference points. You kind of have to just go a little bit off of the revs in the engine, or just kind of like peripheral markers. And it's fun. I loved it, especially in stock cars, the way they slide around. So one of the biggest challenges out there, I'd say, but also really fun.
All right. Finally, sponsor shout outs. Who gets it done for you?
Yeah, thank you to Dustin for hosting the league. Thank you, Palm Brat Golf, for sponsoring the league. Shout out to Michael for his win. Congrats to Aaron for the podium. I think he got the sprint win too, so shout out for that. Really, everyone I raced with was so much fun. This league, I mean, some of the best racing and hard, clean racing I've ever been around in this league here. So it's so much fun. So shout out to the league as a whole. Thank you to you guys, JCTV. Appreciate the broadcast, and yeah, that's all.
All right. Congrats on the podium, and we will see you next time out at Montreal.
All right, thank you, sir.
That was your third place finisher, Matt Slosher. And Adam, you enjoyed talking to him after the sprint race. You get him again for your interview of him finishing second here in the feature. Aaron Smith.
Hey Aaron, just one spot short on not talking to me again tonight. A lot of craziness, like we were talking about on the start. Looked like you avoided all the damage, all damage potentially though, and just had a little detour.
Yeah, they wrecked a little sooner than I thought they would. I was expecting it to happen in turn 2 with how wide that corner gets, but it happened in turn 1, and had to go out to the sand, got caught up in that, and couldn't rejoin until I was about 20th. So had to work my way up. Everyone was nice for letting me by and all that, but just one spot short. It's 2 laps in slow traffic. That was the margin of victory. So McCoy earned it. He definitely ran a great race, and he's certainly getting quicker over the long run. But man, I wish I could have had that time back.
I was going to ask about that. I watched the pit blend from yourself and then the 33 car, and it looked like you got just a little bit bogged down behind the 11 when he was still cycling around there, and then a few guys exiting right in front of you as well. What was that sequence like? Just a lot of guys all on all kinds of different strategies, cold tires, worn out tires, fresh hot tires.
Yeah, I knew I was taking a gamble pitting early. Like I usually like to run the fuel out so I don't come out of the pits in traffic, but wanted to take a chance there, see if I could come out ahead of everyone I was racing for second, and I just missed it by a few tenths on Jay there. I was able to get him after a few laps, but after that the damage was already done, so just had to settle for P2 there. Fortunately, I was able to run away with it afterward, but man.
Well, we're heading to another road course next week in Canada again. What are your expectations for Montreal?
Montreal is a hit or miss for me. It's I'm not one to go for the flat tracks, but for some reason that one seems to be one of my better tracks. So we'll have to see. Turn 1's definitely going to be fun there, so I'll be looking forward to it.
That's for certain about that. Good run tonight. Congrats on the sprint race again, and congrats on the runner-up finish tonight.
10-4, thank you.
That was our second place finisher in the feature, Aaron Smith. Like we mentioned, one spot short of pulling off the win from the invert. The guy who did take advantage of the invert, however, is in victory lane, catching up with Josh now.
And that would be Michael McCoy. Michael, it was a pretty uneventful feature event after the sprint race. But ultimately, the sprint race, it puts you in the position to be able to start in the second position for the feature. After hearing about the calamity and seeing the calamity that happened on lap 1, turn 1 in the feature, what was going through your mind at that point?
I really didn't know what had happened. Like there were still cars behind me, so I heard on the radio that there was an accident, but I didn't know to what extent. But didn't really concern myself with it. I was just trying to get my head down and try to race Jay Bass for the lead.
And you and Jay Bass were racing there. It didn't take long for you to get the position from Bast, but how worried were you of knowing that Aaron Smith is quick and he was going to be doing Aaron Smith things to try to get back up to the front?
Yeah, like I was always concerned when Aaron's on track with you because he's a lot quicker. But I think I put myself in a good position to start up front, and like I said, I just got my head down and tried to drive away, set fastest lap after fastest lap, and for a change, like I actually think I got quicker over the course of the run as opposed to slowing down. I figured if he wasn't within the top 5 by the time our fuel stop came around, I have a chance. And I don't know where he was at, but I didn't see him, my relative, before I stopped. So when I came out and did my out lap and I was still in the lead, I was like, oh, it's this is winnable, and I just got to keep it on track.
Coming to those last couple of laps, well, actually, you had a lot of traffic around you after your pit stop. More than just the last couple of laps. What was it like trying to stay patient, but also get around them as quick as possible to continue to hold a gap between yourself and Aaron?
Yeah, it was really tricky because it's super hard to pass here unless you're sending it. I knew like the draft was really powerful on I think it's the Andretti Straight. So I figured if I could just stay tucked up behind the lap traffic, on the exit of the hairpin, then I'd have a good chance of getting by them at the end of the straightaway. And then the last couple of laps, I was fuel critical, so I had to, back up my pace, and I didn't want the race to go an extra lap and catch me out there. I think I crossed the line with 0.5 gallons and was kind of coasting there down the back straight for like the last 2 or 3 laps, and Aaron closed the gap.
All right, well, sponsor shout outs. Who gets it done for you?
As always, Dano Designs always coming through with the awesome liveries for the ARCA car. Not sure if I'm going to do Gen 4 next season, but I hope if I do, then, give them some more business.
All right, congrats on the win, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at the other Canada track, Montreal.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You as well. That was race winner Michael McCoy here tonight at Motorsport. What a race that was! Lots of battles going on all throughout the field. This track, it's fun. I love it. I love it so much. I wish NASCAR still came here, but these guys still put on a great show with IMSA, and it's incredible. How much history this place has. But Adam, I mean, coming here in iRacing with Road and Plate, what were your thoughts on tonight?
Like you mentioned, just a lot of fun. We mentioned right at the top of the show, we predicted it was going to be very chaotic on the starts and very fun at the end of the events with all the different packs that formed together all the different groups of cars running different lap times that end up winding together and stuck together, and that's exactly what happened in both the sprint and the feature. Ways I don't think either of us could have predicted, though, how we got there.
Yeah, it was. I just, you know, I mean, there's so much from this race to try to break down, and you know, even I want to talk about Aaron Smith for a moment. You know, as a driver, I would absolutely hate the invert. You know, you go out there and you dominate like Aaron Smith did, just to have to, you know, invert, start 10th. And he's so good at doing it. I mean, the amount of times he has won both the sprint and the feature event, even just this season alone. And it goes back to however long he's been a part of this league. He is one of the best at doing it. You know, as a driver, I would hate it for these instances where exactly like what we saw tonight, just calamity right in front of him, and he did a great job not hitting anything. As a fan, though, I love it. It creates drama. It creates that intensity, and it makes these drivers have to work hard to get positions back. And you know, Aaron Smith, one spot short tonight. He did a great job. And Michael McCoy, you stole that pick from me, Adam. He was gonna be my pick to win too, but no, he did an incredible job. Michael McCoy did. I don't know. Maybe I would have jinxed him because then again, I did pick him in the sprint race, but yeah, but awesome race tonight, and I can't wait till we get to Montreal. It's going to be in a couple weeks. It was originally scheduled for next week, but Dustin rescheduled it. So next week is a bye week, and then we'll pick right back up with Montreal. And then we have one last race on the season, and well, I'll just go ahead and pull up the schedule so you guys can see it. But it is right back where we started the season at Daytona, and that is going to be November 20th. It's been a crazy season already, and I can't believe we have 2 left. But we are, yeah, I think that does it from us here tonight. So I believe our next broadcast will be Montreal. So gonna be a quiet week on JCTV next week. But happy Halloween tomorrow. Everybody have a safe Halloween. I can't believe that's already upon us. But thanks to the drivers, the fans, and the admin team for all that they do. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. And Palm Rat Golf, too. This wouldn't be possible without them either. And on behalf of the entire outstanding crew at JCTV, Adam Kuhn, I'm Josh Coppernell, signing off, saying so long, stay safe, and we will see you next time. Take care.